Go ahead and drop them jaws and send me that picture of what you got, what you working with. I see the playfulness of that, and that's pretty sensual and pretty like, when I see you, we're gonna take it to the next level. You sent me that picture. Hello, and welcome to another episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. I'm Shaunda, and guys, I never know what to say with the introduction, but welcome, because anybody is welcome to this episode if you're watching on YouTube. Natural hair in it. Before I start, I'm Shaunda again, and this is my 12th episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. We're moving up there, and I'm happy, of course, for all my people who know that I'm happy to do this. But back to the natural, right? My natural hair, it gives, any time that I get into my natural hair, I always feel like 16. I have a lot of customers, and people will be like, how old are you? Are you like 17, 16, 17? I'm like, no, 26. I'm 26 years old, but my natural hair does make me a little bit more younger, but this is my natural hair. I've been, for the past 4 or 5 months, I've been braiding my hair, and I do it myself, and I take the time to braid my own hair. And I did the big chop, and I just been growing it out since, and I haven't done anything to it but wash, rebraid, and then that's it. And that's all I've been doing ever since. And then today I woke up and I was like, I want to get my hair done, and I want to be a little bit different. I do need to see where my lymph is, where my hair is. And surprisingly, it's crazy because it's right by my neck. I was like, hopefully it's by my neck, because I follow influencer, YouTube, influencer who her hair just inspires me, what I want my hair to be. But this is my hair. Let me stop. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna go right into think piece. Today has just been a day, but I'm really excited about my hair, so that's cool. But moving forward to my think piece, is going to be a little bit intimate, a little bit more sensual, a little bit more personal, okay? Because I have been contemplating. Okay, I'm a person who works, and I work, and I work, and I work. When it comes to social life, I do try to social as much as possible with friends. My friends here are their friends and my friends type of deal. And it's been nice. It's been nice. But I've seen with certain situations, just the way I am, I've just been sitting with myself, and I've noticed I really don't have any friends. And I did go off my friend from Florida, which is nice, but once I told him that we were just friends, he's a little cold. And I think that's just what honesty and truth leads you to. It's just being a certain way, because once you don't see somebody a certain way, you treat them a certain way, and that's the way how it is, and it's understandable. It sucks because, again, losing friends as life goes on and experiences happen, you end up losing them, and it's just something that just happened. So it's just something that I think about. But with him, I called him today because I just wanted to show him off my hair, just friends being friends. I want a platonic friend. And his comment to me was, oh, it's definitely a Karen type of hairstyle. You're giving off Karen. And I'm like, okay, I don't know if I should take that as a compliment or not. And he was just like, yeah, no, it's not a compliment at all. It's just, I'm just being honest with you. And that's what that is. And I'm like, well, this is just my natural hair, and this is the way how it looks. But okay, thanks for the compliment, or the comment. And I'll call you later. I hung up the phone. When I got my hair done, I called everybody, because as soon as that I was finished my hairstyle, I was like, oh my gosh, I look like my mother. And when I called my sisters, it's like, oh, Because it took a while to get here. When you're in your hair journey, you do the big chop, for my females or males, anybody out there that cuts off the hair and wants to start over. This is where we are. And that's the way how I was. I started over and I was like, I'm just going to braid my hair. I did wrong before when I did the big chop, and I was just doing a lot of heat and I damaged my hair a lot. But now, natural and just braiding hair back to back and not, taking care of it, not doing like, trims and whatnot. This was the time. It's 5, 6 months in. It is the time to redo and try something new. And yeah, this is it. This is it. And I'm liking it. But his comment really threw me off. But I'm just like, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I had to think about my sister's comments, my mom's comments. And they mean more than what my friend gave off. And it is what it is. But leading to change, just the way how like things happen. I just had to start off with that, and just the way how things lead up to a certain situation. With leading towards a certain situation and me, being in this household, again, I've been in this home for 3 to 4 years, and it's been nice. It's been beautiful. So when it comes to the intimacy part and me being a little bit more intimate and personal, when it comes to me dating, I want to say it has a lot to do with the space that I'm in, because the space that I'm in has a lot of effect on me where I don't feel comfortable with inviting people over, which my friends are very comfortable with. If I invite people over to invite people over, it's none of their business, but I have the space to do so. In my mind, it's very hard to do that because I also think about the, me being intimate and being personal. And yes, I can talk about the space that I'm in. The space that I'm in is beautiful, but it is just the space that I'm in. I don't have something to really call my own. And which makes me a little bit happier to think that I have to, leave the home. And when I leave this house, I'm going to have something of my own. The first all me, by myself, solo. And what my apartment is going to be and what kind of mood and vibe that I'm bringing to my own apartment. And when I invite somebody over, I have a lot more to talk about when it comes to my stuff. And here I want to say my judgment on the certain things of like if I did invite a person in before they get to my space, they have a lot of like other space to talk about, because before we get here, there's a living room, there's a dining room. We can sit and have drinks in the dining room or in the living room, and we have that time together. A lot of that time is mostly probably talk about me, but also the space that I'm in. I have to acknowledge where I'm living, and where I'm living is my friend's home. Like my friend's house, like she loves giraffes, and she has like giraffes, like a little nice thing of giraffes up, and it's just like, oh, I just always feel like a person that I'm talking to could be like, oh, like you like giraffes? Like, oh no, my friend actually loves giraffes, and that's her. And oh, they had us like a little bar, but that's their bar. It's a lot of their things before they get into my space. And my space is beautiful. I really love what I've done with my space. As you can see, I've had like I said, I have like a little new project going on, the Ikebana. It's really nice, right? But I have like a lot to talk about when I do flower arrangements now. It's like I'm really nice into flower arrangements because I can take the time and like design something and put something together. Then I have my bed, of course, and then I have my bathroom that I painted, and I have like a little printout stickers on there, and it's like a flower going up on the wall. On the back wall, it's like a little bit down. I'm sorry if anybody can see on YouTube. I'm like sort of kind of like saying where it is. And then there's just my space. I have like small things to talk about this space, but there's a lot more to talk about outside this space. So when it comes to me and being intimate about anybody and getting sexually aroused by another person, I know it takes time to get there, but I also want a person, like I know it is just going to be me once they hit this space, but before then I feel like I'm talking more about my friends and their space before they get into mine. So that's just been a sort of kind of hard thing to do, where I'm not inviting anybody over. I'm not dating anyone because of where I'm at. I just don't feel, I feel that once I get into my own spot, that I'm going to be huge on dating, and I'm going to be huge on getting out there because like, I have a place to go to now, and it's my place, and I don't have any barriers that's going to stop me from talking about my place. And I feel like currently that's where I am. That's where I feel like, and that's why I feel like when it comes to dating, and also telling my friend about why I don't feel comfortable moving forward where we are, because I don't feel comfortable where I am right now. Like, it's cool to be in the space that I am right now, right? Financially, it's acceptable where I am. But where I'm at now financially and where I'm going to be, it's like, no, I need for me to where I show myself financially, I can show that where I live. And then that's where I'm going to feel a little bit comfortable. Like, oh yeah, I feel like when I talk to another person and they talk to their friends about me, it's like, oh yeah, she got her own place. She's doing this, she's doing that type of deal. I feel a little bit, I feel that the conversation goes like, oh yeah, she lives with her friends. She does have like a nice car, but she has a space. She's living in a room. Maybe I'm thinking a little bit more into it, but that's where my head is. And that's where I get stopped at of trying to date people. And when it comes to me being like sexually, it's just not happening. And again, I am comfortable where I am. Like I always said that I'm on my celibacy train, and feeling comfortable in just being with me, and understanding my body and understanding where I am personally and understanding what my likes and don't likes in the bedroom by exploring myself, and exploring the space and intimacy with myself before I can express that. Because like what I am happily and excited to do when I'm at the space, that I can finally tell a person like, yeah, this is my space, but also this is how I feel and what I like. I want you to do this certain thing to me because this is what gets me going. And I feel that a lot of people don't know what they like and don't like because they don't take the time by themselves. And I've been by myself for a while now, and understanding myself. And I am happy with where I'm at. Again, no rush. No rush. It is frustrating though, because I feel that there needs to be a rush and I need to have this time to understand myself through another person. And I value what I do individually, but also I just want to see through the lens of somebody else. I want somebody else to tell me like, oh, this is what I like about what you do. I currently don't have that. So I don't feel bad or down about it, but it does make me think, when I get to that time and that place, it's definitely going to be something exciting and something new to adventure. And I'm going to be okay with that. But currently it's just me and I'm okay. So I just noticed when I do take people's numbers, I don't take their numbers. I say, let me get your social because I wouldn't want to waste somebody's time. And that's what I say. Like, let me get your social because I wouldn't want to waste your time. And I had a couple people hit me up on my social media, mostly Instagram. And I also like gave out my number recently to a person. And I just noticed that I'm being very short. I'm not very into this person too because I only see him for one thing. Of course, I was out at the tennis courts and just practicing on my own, getting my serve. Like I am by myself. Like I don't think it's pretty sad, but it's cool practicing by yourself because there's a wall that I can practice on. But before then, I can practice on my serve. I can practice on my forehand, my backhand. And it's all by myself. And there was a guy who came up and was like, oh, like, you're missing your tennis partner there. And I'm like, no, like, it's cool, I'm cool by myself, just practicing and whatever. And we had a conversation. And with him, he gave me his number. And what I did, he became a little bit weird, let me just say, because again, I gave him his number. We had a conversation, but the conversation was like all over. I was telling him that I only see him as just somebody that I want to play tennis with. Nothing more than that. And his response in text was just very weird. I wish I had my phone right next to me, but it's not. But the way how he responded back was just like, oh, this is like something that you imposed on yourself. He said, you're a politician and this is something that you imposed on myself, because I said what I want. Like, you are only a person that I just see playing tennis with, nothing more. I don't want to get too personal. I don't want to get too intimate about things. And it's just the way how I guess maybe just the way I read it, because, text, but like the way how it came off and what I was reading was just a little bit like, oh, this is self-imposed. I'm like, well, I know my boundaries. I know my limitations. And if I don't want to waste your time, I want you to see who you are to me. And it just, to me, seemed like a problem to him. We did text, like, it was very little. Again, I was very short with this person. I'm very short with this person because I just don't see me dating right now. I don't see us getting any further. I don't see myself getting to know somebody as, like, right now, like getting to know somebody. Just because I'm just not where I'm at. And it's just, I guess, my mind on where I think of where I should be. And that's what's stopping me from getting to know other people and getting to know myself through other people. And it's just a little bit tough. It's very tough to think, what that is. But, life move on. This experience and being in this home has been very helpful. And I definitely want to talk more about the experience that's helping me get out the mindset of being comfortable with where I'm at. It's definitely helping me seeing myself in a different situation and expanding myself more. I have to grow out this space that I am in. And again, a beautiful space. And I've learned a lot, and especially in the last coming months, I've learned a lot about myself. I definitely want answers. This is very vague. I am a little bit tough about this conversation I'm going to have. And again, it's just something I need to disclose to my friends about what I want to talk about here in this space that I've created for myself. But that's future things. But I want to just say, it will happen for me. And I know it will. And I always see myself, like, when I'm going to work and driving, or, when I'm at work and it's a lot of older people who hit on me. It's a lot of older people who hit on me at work. And of course, these are married men, very older, very married men. But it's cute that they just feel comfortable, saying what they want to say to me. It's not cute. It's not cute. I take that back. It's just very weird and uncomfortable. But I always picture them being the person that I want to hit on me, and the person that's age bracket is my age bracket. So I'm like, sooner or later. So it seems like I have to put myself out there, and I will, and I know I will. It's just exciting stuff. It's exciting stuff to think about. Getting myself out of the space and growing out of this slump that I'm in. I don't want to call it a slump because I am learning a lot about myself in this time. But still, through another person has been nice. Again, I talked to a person before. I met him off Bumble. Awesome sauce. We were sexually compatible, and it was just amazing. And I don't know what was up, but I just saw what I was going to use him for, and it was going to be used in the wrong reasons, and I just had to stop that. And at the time, I didn't know how to express that to him. I didn't know how to express that to him at all, and it gave off the conversation like, it's not you, it's me, which was horrible. I thought that was an answer at that time, but it wasn't. It really wasn't, and it only hit me until like probably 2 months ago, when I was just like, I have the words to finally express to him why I couldn't continue with him. But damn it, I'm glad that I had to put that aside. Like, I'm not going to use you for just this one thing. But sexually, I thought about hitting him up and be like, bro, we were very sexually compatible. You were awesome in bed, and I want you back. I want you back. I couldn't say that. He is now happily in love and in a relationship, which is beautiful, and I'm happy. And there is always somebody for somebody. So I just can't wait to date and put myself out there again. And just be, and just have somebody tell me who I am and what they see me as, because when it's just me individually, it's a little bit tough, and I feel always certified and confident in how I know, and I'm happy about my confidence and what I feel, and actually telling somebody like what I want, when it comes into a relationship or when it comes to sexual and my pleasure. I'm very excited to tell, like, oh no, you gonna know. You gonna know. You gonna know what, like, gets me. That's what I'm excited about. But I just wanted to say, like, with my think piece and talking. I actually had a customer come in recently, and she just said, "Oh, I am so jealous of, like, previous generations, because, like, with previous generations, with them talking high school sweethearts, and we met when we were like kids, and now we're here, and we've been together for 20 years, 30 years. It was just beautiful, just the way how that is." And I was just saying, like, man, like, the generation now won't know that. Huge, very different, wide and gap in what love was and what love is now, and like how you have to find love now compared to me back then. Love was just right there. You just never would have expected until, like, you find that girl sitting across your classroom, and that was that. Now it's like, no, I definitely just met this person on social media, and we got to see how things go. So I'm, like, super jealous of, like, the generation before, because it was just so movie. It's so movie to me, and now it's like not. And I gotta get accustomed to that, because I keep thinking movie. Like, this is gonna be somebody across the parking lot who sees me walking, like, I flip my hair and be like, a slow motion thing. They're like, "Girl, I fell in love with you when I first saw you." No. It's nothing like that anymore. So I guess I gotta see the way how things go. Excuse me. Sorry. Later on. So, but that's the way how things. I am jealous of just the way how things have gone previously with previous generations. It seemed like, to me, love was so easy. I mean, there are times where, as regular relationships, you have to talk, you have to learn somebody, there's growth and everything. Now it's just pretty simple. I didn't want this here. I didn't want this here at all, and didn't even think. God dang it. I had it all in my mind how I wanted my production set to go, and then boom, a mouse is right in front of my whole little thing, and I just noticed it. Sorry. But either way, I'll keep everybody up to date on when I do, or if it just comes up. Like I said, I have a calendar now, which I'm very excited about. I put on my calendar date on there. It's in orange, and I considered my date. Sorry, I'm not going to say my date. Going out with my friend, because it was nice. I'm like, it's somebody to go out with, because I haven't gone out anywhere. But now we'll put on my calendar date, because I do want to have the time. I guess I put so much on me about going on a date that I feel like it has to be consistent. When I can just be like, no, I'm just going to take one day out of the month, maybe 2 days out of the month, to go on a date and just have a conversation with a random person. If it leads something, it leads something. There's no bad thing about it. I'm happy about it. That type of deal. So, I have a calendar. I put that on the date, and I missed it. It was on the 22nd, because I replaced it with my friend, going out with my friend. So that was the one time I went out. But next month, for sure, it's going to be a random person. I don't know how I'm going to meet a random person to go out, but I am going to make the effort to go out on a date and just see how things go. Wish me luck, but I'll keep everybody up to date on that. That was my think piece. Thought about a lot. Oh, right. Like I said about my friend, so sorry, about the customer who came in the store. She said that she known him for 13 years and that she fell in love with him. And it's so funny when it came to, like, she's got a little bit, like, crazy pictures on the phone. You know what I mean? Crazy, but, like, women send their nudes to each other. And she was like, be careful. I have a lot of customers who be like, hold on. Before you go through my phone, I just need to make sure that this certain photo is locked so you can't see it. I had so many customers who do that, but with her, it was so funny, because she was like, hold on. And the way how, like, if people see on YouTube, it's just the way how, like, you gotta push back to make sure nobody can see you. There's nobody behind you, but you got to keep it close to your face. Like, that's going to hide anything. From what I could see, it's like hilarious to me. But she was just like, nah, like it's a huge thing. I was just like, yeah, no. I just feel like it takes a lot to be like, go in that bathroom and drop them drawers. That's what I told her one time. I was like, go ahead and drop them drawers and send me that picture of what you got, what you working with. I see the playfulness of that, and that's pretty sensual and pretty like, when I see you, we're gonna take it to the next level. You sent me that picture. Oh man, I'm getting a little bit taken away on this think piece topic, but that is my think piece. So please, if you have something to relate about with that, please let me know. Either in the comments or email me. Again, I wanted to specify with this that I am not going to put your personal name out there. It's just sharing a story. I'll keep it all, secretive. I won't put your name out there. Just know that. But that's what I mean by email me. I'm happy to share any experiences, or if you relate with me by any way, I would love to share that with this on this platform. So that's awesome sauce. I'm going to move to my random thought. And my random thought today, and I don't want to steal it from my sister, but she did make a very good point of how when, people who leave, again, COVID was a huge thing. I have to acknowledge that. Everybody knows COVID was a huge thing. And hygiene and just cleanliness was like a hot topic for COVID. Still is. But we do have a lot of people who just feel that they're in a rush or just don't feel like that's the most important part after you leave the bathroom. But washing your hand is huge, okay? Washing your hands are completely huge. As long as you put soap on your hands and you rub for at least about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. I don't know how long it takes to wash hands, but as long as you do the soap and you're washing, you get in between your fingers at least and on the hands, and then wash it up, with water. Cool, cleanliness. But I had to take my random thought from my system because it's true. A lot of people just feel like, oh, I gotta turn on that water. I gotta wash my hands. I gotta dry it under this dryer. I gotta get a paper towel. I'm not doing that. And they just walk right out, which is horrible. Let me say horrible. Everybody has done it. Everybody's not perfect to do it all the time. So it's understandable. But hand sanitizer is huge. But I'm going to say cleanliness in the bathroom for sure. Wash your hands. It's definitely necessary. I'm going to keep it short at that too. Last thing, moving on to appreciating the little things segment. Appreciating, our boost in confidence, our, alcohol. I have to appreciate alcohol because it does so much to a lot of people in so many different ways. And it gives a boost, it gives the extra confidence to say what you want to say. It gives a relaxation time, like you had a hard day at work, you take that extra whiskey, whatever. But alcohol definitely puts you in a mood. And it's in so many moods. I have to go back to Think Feast because alcohol, especially before you get into the bedroom, like, bro, huge confidence. You could probably be horrible. At sex. But once you have alcohol, you be like, girl, I'm going to tear that ass up. Boy, I'm going to ride that dick down. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm sorry, but it's true. It really does take you to a whole nother level with this. And yes, I did have a little bit more with this. I already script out what I wanted to say. So yes, this gave me a little bit extra to say more, but I'm happy. Again, I am happy from where I am and where I've took myself. Definitely huge booster here. So if you're looking on YouTube, it looks clear. It looks like water. It looks like one of those drinks. I'm also a sparkling ice person. Not sponsored by any way, but I love sparkling ice drinks. But this is High Noon lemonade style. And before that, I had something else, a margarita something. appreciate alcohol. I really do appreciate it, what it does for so many people, and don't be addicted to it. But it's a cool, mellow thing. I was very, very surprised when they said alcohol was a downer, because I'm like, hell no. Hell no, no way. It's especially the alcohol, and you got the music on. I'm like, yo, I'm up. I'm up for sure. And I'm up now. And yeah, wow, this is a good one. I really like this one. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. You can listen to me at I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda on Apple and Spotify. Again, follow me on Instagram. I'm Just Sharing with Shaunda. Send me an email. I'm just sharing pod@gmail.com. I would love to share anything that you guys have to, say. If you definitely related to what I was saying today in this episode, please let me know. I'm happy to share. Thank you guys for listening and watching, and you have a good night. If I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening,